John Beltran and Braden Snyder back from Fort Morgan High School, where it's 43-19 Windsor as we go to the third quarter. Drew Martin, Aaron Schmidt, Alex Baldwin, Mitch Spikestra, and Tyson Murky for Windsor. For the Mustangs, TJ Schneider, Aaron Anderson, Nick Garver, Leo Lopez, and Nevin McConnell. Windsor basketball. Spikestra with a basketball on the outside left to Murky. Murky back out to Martin. Martin cross court to Baldwin on the outside left against Anderson. Cross court. Schmidt wide open three. Yes, for Aaron Schmidt. He could play at the next level.
Yeah, I fully expect him to.
46-19 Windsor. Here is Nick Garver at the top. He'll take a long three, and that one is an air ball out of bounds. It'll be Windsor basketball. Rather subdued crowd tonight. And what would you expect considering that Windsor is dominating this game, and we've got regional wrestling going on, big crowds in Longmont for that. Here's Schmidt, jump pass down low, intercepted by Garver. Here come the Mustangs on the other end. Garver a 2-on-2. Then that pass is intercepted, intended for McConnell in the right corner. Taken away by Drew Martin. Martin at the top of the basketball in the lane, right baseline to Spikestra. Back out to Baldwin, straight away to Martin. Martin against Lopez. Dribbling to his right, on the outside right to Spikestra, looking down low, dribbling against Schneider at the free throw line. In the left corner, Baldwin, he'll take a three, that is in and out. Nevin McConnell has the Fort Morgan rebound, his third. Across the timeline, McConnell with the basketball on the outside right to Anderson, steps into the lane and then is fouled as he drove towards the basket on the pass-off. And let's see who the foul's committed by. Anderson to throw it in. That foul was committed by Murky. Here's Anderson right of the lane. Jump pass tipped away by Baldwin. Retrieved by Garver. Garver's pass is tipped away in the backcourt by Martin. 1-on-2 all the way. Scoops it up. He's fouled as he misses.
Smart foul by Leo Lopez. Yeah, he didn't want to give up the easy basket, and you can't blame him there.
And for Lopez, that is going to be his second personal foul. And to the line is Drew Martin, whose 2 points were free throws, and now 3 for 3 from the line. 47-19 in favor of Windsor, with 6:24 to go in the third. Second free throw upcoming, good. Windsor scored the first 5 points of the quarter. They're making a big lead look even bigger. Lopez with the basketball at the top, dribbles to his left against Schmidt. Jump pass tipped away by Schmidt. Schmidt with a 2-on-1, bounce pass to Martin. Mustangs catch up, and then the Mustangs re-intercept the pass. McConnell has it, a 3-on-3. Backs it up to Anderson. Anderson at the free throw line, right baseline to Schneider. Penetrates, bounce passes off the leg of Drew Martin out of bounds. It stays with Fort Morgan. With 6 minutes to go in the third, Mustangs trail 48-19. I got to tell you, on Fort Morgan's best night, they couldn't beat this team, and it's no discredit to Fort Morgan. Windsor's just that good.
Yeah, Aaron Schmidt is just unbelievably good, and paired with Spikestra, who hasn't done a whole lot tonight. He's just a presence, and that's enough.
Schneider to Anderson to Lopez, left wing. Garver, wide open three. Good. Excellent ball movement by the Mustangs. 48-22 in favor of Windsor. Schmidt behind his back in the backcourt, picked up by McConnell. Schmidt with 5:38 to go, third quarter, in the right wing for Alex Baldwin. At the top for Martin against Lopez. Left wing for Spikestra. Left of the lane, backs it out to Murky. Murky pulls up from 15. In, out, and it stays out. Anderson with a rebound for Fort Morgan, his fourth. The outlet to Leo Lopez. Lopez crossing midcourt, fell down, picks up the basketball once again. Left baseline Schneider, 12-footer, air ball. Rebound McConnell, foul. Let's see if McConnell went back up. No, it was on the floor, and the foul was committed by Drew Martin. That'll be his second. 417 Main Street in Fort Morgan, Platte Valley Hearing Center. Getting your hearing to its very best. Aaron Anderson to throw it in. Anderson lobs it towards Garver at the top. Garver fakes the three, steps in, retreats back out to McConnell in the left corner for Anderson. Anderson against Tyson Murky. Dribbles to his right. Anderson maintains the dribble into the lane all the way. Had the shot blocked out of there by Spikestra. Schneider has it. Then he's tied up as he went back up for the shot. Possession arrow, Fort Morgan. Boy, excellent block down low, but at least the Mustangs still have the basketball with 4:59 to go. Anderson pats the ball, looking to throw it in. Down low to Schneider, leans, shoots, scores off the glass to the left of the glass. Or to the left of the basket, I should say. Schneider now with 9, 48-24. With the Wizards in the lead. This was the halftime advantage as the Mustangs are on a 5-0 run. Schmidt pass in the right corner. Murky fakes the three, steps in. Pass tipped away by Garber. Here's Schneider ahead to Garber. Garber all the way, lays it up, and he missed it. And the ball is rebounded over there by Tyson Murky. Here's Schmidt the other way. Leans, shoots, scores, fouled. Off the glass for Aaron Schmidt. He goes to the line.
That's athleticism.
And the foul was committed by Nevin McConnell. That's going to be his third.
McConnell held his arm down for 75% of that shot, and Schmidt somehow finds a way to make that ball go in.
Schmidt free throw is in. Aaron Schmidt now has 21 points in the game, and Windsor leads 51-24. Eric Kimball's back in, along with Tony Zwedzig out there with T.J. Schneider, Leo Lopez, and Aaron Anderson. Aaron Schmidt, Drew Martin, Tyson Murky, Alex Baldwin, and Mitch Spikestra. The top five remain the same for Windsor. On the outside right is Kimball with a basketball. Kimball against Schmidt. Picks up the dribble, looking, right corner for Schneider. Bounce pass down low for Anderson against Murky. Had the shot blocked from behind by Schmidt. Taken away by Baldwin. Baldwin to Martin in the front court. Here's Aaron Schmidt, left baseline all the way. Scoops it down low. Baldwin banks and scores. An easy layup. Great pass, and now Schmidt nearly had a steal in the front court. He poked it out of bounds. And the Mustangs are going to have to take a 30-second timeout. 3:56 to go with a 53-24 Windsor lead.
This timeout is brought to you by Central Auto Parts. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts at West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Also, Premier Farm Credit, committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
You know, the thing, Braden, is that this is not a fun game if you're a Mustang fan. But if you're a basketball fan, to watch some of the plays that have been executed by Windsor, and even that steal by Fort Morgan, a great steal there, but Garber couldn't finish it off. They've made some excellent athletic plays tonight. They just don't have the horses that Windsor does. That's just the bottom line in this game.
Oh, yeah, you hit it exactly on the head when you say this is a fun basketball game to watch if you're a basketball fan. I glance up at the scoreboard once in a while because there's so much going on the floor. There's so much athleticism on this floor and ability that it's just fun to watch everybody fly around and make plays.
Aaron Anderson had the ball go right through his hands off a perfect pass from Eric Kimball, and the Mustangs turn it over for a 16th time. Out of the game is Tyson Murky, and into the game is Dalton Walker for Windsor. They go a good 9 to 10 deep.
Yeah, I mean, Dalton Walker's 6'6". That's a huge presence down low.
Schmidt to Oxner, and he fades and misses right baseline. Oxner gets the rebound, banks and scores to the left of the basket. That was almost a blindsided shot.
Nobody boxed out. Everybody's lost him in the mix of the shot. And
55-24 Windsor with 3:20 to go in the third. Anderson, left corner three. Good for Aaron Anderson. The Mustangs needed that one just to get some momentum. 55-27 Windsor, 3:08 to go. At the top, here is Spikestra. Backs up, won't take the three. Looking, bounce pass inside to Martin. He banks and misses. Put back by Walker's no good. Ball is volleyballed into the hands of Oxner. Three in the corner. That one is short. And the rebound is controlled by T.J. Schneider. Ball poked out of bounds in the backcourt by Oxner. So it will be Mustang basketball. Leo Lopez with 2:49 to go in the third. Mustangs trail 55-27. On the outside right to Kemble. Kemble with the basketball, looking, feeds it up top to Zwedzig on the outside left for Lopez. Lopez against Martin. At the top for Kemble. Kemble looking, dribbling to his left. On the outside left to Anderson. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass left baseline. Lopez jump pass down low. Kemble banks. Fouled as he missed. Excellent pass from Lopez. And Eric Kemble to the line. And he will shoot a deuce. Yet to score tonight. The foul was committed by Mitch Spikestra, his second. Free throw is in and out. Committed to serving those in production ag Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. Second free throw coming up for Eric Kemble. Up, good. 55-28 Windsor. 2:25 remaining third quarter from Fort Morgan High School. Lady Mustangs lost tonight 54-26. On the outside right is Schmidt. Jump pass down low, and banking and scoring is Dalton Walker. A little 4-footer as Walker just turned around and found the bottom of the net. Anderson the other way, outside left Kemble. 16-footer is no good, and the ball is tipped out of bounds by Walker. That will stay with Fort Morgan with 2:05 remaining, and the Mustangs down 29 in the game. And Tony Zwedzig to throw it in. Boy, no mystery as to why this team is 14-5 on the season. Bounce pass on the outside left to Anderson, back out to Kemble, to Zwedzig, left wing three. Call it for Tony Zwedzig, timeout. Chad Unrein of the Mustangs calls it. Well, Fort Morgan's picked up some momentum here.
Yeah, they have 2 back-to-back threes, and, well, with a free throw from Kemble, it's just starting to get the wheels moving and see where we end up.
57-31 in favor of Windsor. Minute 59 to go. Timeout is brought to you by Northern Colorado Title.
For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title at 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan.
All right, so see the Mustangs, because I think the one thing they want to do, Braden, because you mentioned it earlier, they got a game coming up tomorrow night. You don't want to go into that game tomorrow night off a garbage performance tonight. They're starting to pick it up here in the quarter. They've scored 12 points. Unfortunately for Windsor, Windsor scored 14, but at least if you look at this quarter, 14-12, it's been competitive, and that's all you want.
Yeah, and we noticed in the second quarter, Coach Unrein pulled all of his starters out, and they were on the bench for probably 3 or 4 minutes of that second quarter, and he was over there talking to them for most of that time.
You know what that's called? A message.
Yeah, that's where I was going. You know that's never a good thing when you pull all your starters out.
Schmidt in the right corner. 3 is up and good, and that was made by Dylan Oxner. Schmidt gets the assist.
Schmidt's just having fun now. It's just seeing how many assists and different categories he can put himself in.
60-31 Windsor, and stripped from behind is Kemble, picked up by Schmidt. Schmidt with a 3-on-3. There's the pass down low for Walker, and Walker banks and scores. Or check that was Oxner again from Walker. Wow. This is just textbook right now, and then the Mustangs turn it over in the backcourt as Zwedzig lost control of the basketball.
My question is, there were 5 bodies in the middle of that lane, and Windsor manages to get 3 passes in there and have an easy layup off the glass.
Yeah, there was no spacing whatsoever, but they were able to pull it off. 62-31 Windsor. Here's the lob near the top for Oxner. Oxner dribbling to his right against Zwedzig, looking, spinning. Down low for Ross. Ross in the lane to Walker. Banks and scores again with little spacing. Walker now with 10. Mendez the other way, right baseline. Bounce past McConnell. Back out to Zwedzig. Long 3 is no good. And the rebound is controlled by Mitch Spikestra, his 6th. On the outlet to Schmidt. 53 seconds to go. Jump pass and nearly a dunk, but it was missed over there. I think that's Dalton Walker, and then a traveling violation as Oxner picked up the basketball. Or is that going to stay with Windsor? Let's see who committed the travel.
I'm not sure. Windsor had the basketball, and they called a travel. And
maybe it was Fort Morgan, because, I was looking underneath the basket. That was an alley-oop towards Walker. Well, I guess it's a Mustang travel. Yep, Schmidt to throw it in. Left wing to Ross. Mustangs down by 33, Ross underneath traveled. 8th turnover for Windsor. The Mustangs in the game have 19. 64-31, 42 seconds to go in the third. Here comes Tony Zwedzig for Fort Morgan across midcourt. On the outside left to McConnell. McConnell gets a pick from Schneider at the free throw line. 16-footer back rim, and the ball is tipped out of bounds off of Eric Kemble. Windsor basketball, and they'll throw it in. Very few team fouls in this half. 3 for Windsor, 2 for Fort Morgan. I wonder if Aaron Schmidt will even play the fourth quarter for Windsor with his team up by 33. 24 seconds to go. Schmidt in the lane, left baseline, cut off by McConnell. Jump pass to Ross, fakes the 3, steps to his right, dribbles in the lane as runners up off the back of the rim. The rebound to Mendez. Here come the Mustangs the other way with 10 seconds to go. Right corner, Kemble. He'll take the 3. Good for Eric Kemble. He's got 4. Schmidt with 2, with 1 and we got a whistle and a foul. but the time's going to run out. The foul was committed before time ran out. Are they going to wave it off? No, they don't. That foul was committed by Nevin McConnell. That's going to be his fourth. And that'll be the end of the quarter with the score. Windsor 64, Fort Morgan 34 on B106 and B106. John Beltran, Braden Snyder back from Fort Morgan High School as we head to the fourth. Windsor 64, Fort Morgan 34. Drew Martin to throw it into Aaron Schmidt. Schmidt has had a big night for the Wizards as he has scored 21 points. The alley-oop and a foul as the ball goes in. Aaron Schmidt puts it in. He didn't quite slam it home off the alley-oop, but he goes to the line, and now Windsor's up by 32.
I think that answers your question, John. Is Aaron Schmidt going to play? Looks like he's going to play the rest of the fourth quarter, or at least I'm guessing the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Foul was committed by Aaron Mendez. Beautifully set up. The free throw is good by Schmidt. He now has 24 in the game. And the Mustangs are down by 33. Mendez with the basketball on the outside left. Back out to Zwedzig, over to Eric Kemble against Aaron Schmidt. And the cross-court pass intercepted by Drew Martin. He flips it over to Schmidt, and he missed the layup. I think he tried to go for the dunk. Eric Kemble comes away with the basketball over to Zwedzig. Bounce pass for Schneider. Gets a defender in the air, banks and misses, but he's fouled. And the foul was committed by Mitch Spykstra. That'll be his third. T.J. Schneider to the line to shoot 2. Schneider's got 9 points in the game. He could become the first Mustang in double figures. He is, as he makes the free throw. 67-35 Windsor. Lady Mustangs lost tonight, 54-26. Second free throw's up. Good. Schneider with 11. The Mustangs trail by 31 with 7:26 to go. On the outside left, Martin against Wedzig. Back out to Spykstra. On the outside right to Schmidt against Wes Anderson. In the lane to Martin. Jump pass down low. There's a foul. That'll be the 15th foul off the pass. And that might have been for Fort Morgan Zwedzig. It was his first foul. Schmidt to inbounds it over to Martin. Schmidt in the left corner with a basketball, guarded by Mendez up top for Martin. Bounce pass down low for Murky. Back out to Baldwin. He'll take the three. Off the back of the rim, rebound Murky. Banks and scores. He was by himself underneath the basket. Murky scores for the first time in the game for Windsor. And the Wizards now lead 69-36, 6:54 to go in the game. Mendez on the outside right, spinning on Murky in the lane. Back out, pass tipped away, intercepted by Martin, but then he throws it away. Teams exchange turnovers. Mendez in the lane, back out to Garver on the outside left. Left corner for Mendez. Mendez teamed up over there by Martin. Has to get rid of it. Then we have a timeout called by the Mustangs. We'll take it with them. Or is that a 30-second timeout? No, it's a full. 6:40 to go in the game. Windsor 69, Fort Morgan 36. We're back in a minute on B106 and B106.com. Garver misses the three. Schneider's fouled on the putback. And T.J. Schneider will go to the line. And Mitch Spykstra commits the foul once again. That's his fourth. The Mustangs trail 69-35 with 6:28 to go in the game from Fort Morgan. I'm John Beltran with Braden Snyder, and T.J. Schneider has got 11 points on the night and make it 12. Schneider's 4 out of 4 from the stripe tonight. Second free throw upcoming for the 6'4" senior. And that one is up, and that one is in and out. And the rebound is controlled by Spykstra of Windsor. That's his 7th board of the night on the outlet to Schmidt. Schmidt into the front court, picked up by Kemble on the outside right to Baldwin, back to Schmidt. Over to Spykstra. Now here's Drew Martin. Lobs it down low for Spykstra on the alley-oop. He misses. They've tried about 3 alley-oops. The rebound to Schneider. Mustangs want to run, but Mendez is stripped. And the Mustangs turn it over again. Long pass to Spykstra, and then a backwards bounce pass to Schmidt. Banks, and he scores. He didn't bank it, but he faded and scored. And now a 30-second timeout. Well, that was a mess, but it worked out there for Aaron Schmidt and the Wizards. I think they wanted to convert one of those alley-oops, but they couldn't do so. 71-37, 5:58 to go in the game.
This timeout is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's hometown savings and loan in Fort Morgan and Brush.
All right, so the Mustangs are down by 34. Well, you got to think here with a 34-point lead that Head coach Dustin Duncan will sit his starters. And Aaron Schmidt is out. That's why he called the timeout. Yeah, Dylan Oxner's out there now with Dalton Walker, Adam Ross. Tommy Irvin and Garrett Hammond have not played tonight, but they're in the game. So Schmidt is done for the rest of the game, but a stellar night as he scored 26 points for Windsor. Here's Wedzig with a basketball on the outside left to Garver. Garver double team, left corner is Wedzig. Bounce pass for Mendez. His shot blocked, but a foul by Walker. Walker commits the foul. Aaron Mendez to the line. And for Walker, that's his third foul. Mendez has not scored tonight. Well, here comes the senior, Aaron Mendez. First free throw is up and good. Windsor 71, Fort Morgan 38 with 5:45 to go in the game. Second free throw in the air, and that one is in.
Well, you still have the alley-oop threat with Walker out on the floor at 6'6".
Yeah, but I think they're going to just run their normal offense now. On the outside right, Walker with a basketball. Bounce pass towards Ross. Ross on the high right, dribbling. Wanted to pull up. He leans from 10 feet around and no good. And the rebound to Schneider. That's his fifth board. On the outlet to Wedzig. Long pass to Mendez. Back out to Kemble. Left corner three is short. And the rebound is controlled by Mendez. Mendez in the lane. Hooks. Misses that shot. And the rebound is controlled by Dalton Walker. The other way, here comes Windsor with a basketball. In the right corner, shot is missed over there by Tommy Irvin. The rebound by Tony Wedzig of Fort Morgan. Long pass to Kemble. Kemble all the way, gets defenders in the air and misses, but he's fouled. Along the right baseline, Eric Kemble to the line. With an even 5 minutes to go. Kemble's got 4 points on the night. And the foul was committed by Walker again. That's his fourth. The free throw is up, around, and it slips out. Wes Anderson and Scott Baker will check in for Fort Morgan for TJ Schneider and Aaron Mendez. Second free throw upcoming for Eric Kemble. That one's in the air, and that one is in. 71-40. Windsor leads Fort Morgan. Here's Garrett Hammond into the front court. Left corner, Oxner, wide open three, in and out. Baker with a rebound for the Mustangs. On the outlet to Lopez. Lopez in the high right, right corner, Anderson. Back out to Baker at the top for Kemble. Kemble at the free throw line in the lane, all the way, scoops it up off the glass, too strong. Rebound is controlled by Garrett Hammond. Here comes Hammond into the front court for Windsor. Cross-court pass to Oxner, penetrating right baseline all the way, and he's fouled as he tried to scoop it up underneath the arm of Scott Baker. And Baker commits his third foul. And Dylan Oxner to the stripe. That was a strong move by Oxner, who had 7 of his 9 points in the third quarter. At 502 Ensign in downtown Fort Morgan, the place to shop for all of your appliance needs is B&B Appliance, a member of the Brand Source retail program. The first free throw is in. Safe bet here. Braden, they're going to exceed their 77 points that they scored on January 17th, but the Mustangs have exceeded the 38 that they scored. Second free throw is in and out. And the rebound goes to Wes Anderson of Fort Morgan. The outlet to Kemble. Left baseline for Wedzig. Back out to Anderson. Anderson at the free throw line. Kicks it back out. Lost the ball. Got it back. Wedzig left baseline. Bounce pass to Kemble. 16-footer. Partially blocked. Dylan Oxner has it for Windsor. Oxner with 4:08 to go. Windsor 72, Fort Morgan 40. Left corner, Walker 3 is off the back of the rim. The rebound to Irvin, and he hits it off the side of the backboard, and Kemble has it for Fort Morgan, Down low, Wedzig puts it up, and no good. And the rebound is controlled by Dalton Walker. I'm surprised I haven't said Brush more often, considering number of games I've done, and we got a whistle. Wedzig is down in the back court, so they stop the game. And it looks like, he's just going to throw something away. So he's all right. 3:50 to go, 72-40. Windsor leading Fort Morgan. And Nash Bledsoe's into the game for the Mustangs. Dylan Oxner to throw it in from midcourt. Again, the game's been around, but we've seen lots of athletic plays. And that makes for some better basketball.
Yeah, it's been fun and impressive to watch.
Hammond lobs it down low for Irvin, turns, shoots, misses back rim, rebound to Kimball. Kimball's had a few rebounds here. Long pass to Leo Lopez, off his hand, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Irvin. Mustangs turn it over for the 23rd time in the lane. Scooping and missing as Ross. He's fouled. And Ross to the line. The Mustang foul was committed by Nash Bledsoe. That's his first. Adam Ross to shoot 2. First free throw is up, and that is off the back of the rim.
Insurance Connections, whether it's health, life, or dental insurance or medical care supplements, see Sharon Kaufman at Insurance Connections today.
Second free throw for Ross is in the air. Bingo. 73-40 in favor of Windsor. 3:25 to go in the game. Lopez into the front court on the outside right to Kimball. Guarded by Hammond. Kimball with the basketball. Cross court to Wes Anderson. Anderson in the lane. Backs it out to Nash Bledsoe at the top. Bledsoe against Irvin. Dribbling to his right. 15-foot shot is short. And the rebound is tipped and into the hands of Adam Ross. His second rebound. Ross bounce pass front court for Hammond. Right of the lane. In the lane. Pass down low off the left hand of Dalton Walker out of bounds. And the Wizards turn it over for the 10th time. Big difference though there. 23 turnovers for the Mustangs. Only 10 for the Wizards, and we saw that in the opening game. Lady Mustangs had 31 turnovers to 12 for Windsor. And discipline is a big part of basketball. Lopez into the front court on the high right for Bledsoe, guarded by Irvin. Right corner for Lopez, off his hands, out of bounds. It'll be Wizards basketball. But 2:45 to go. And Garrett Hammond has the ball for Windsor. A 5'10 sophomore. In the lane, left corner Irvin, 3 in the air. Book it for Tommy Irvin. Windsor 76, Fort Morgan 40. Lopez at the top, back out to Kimball. Kimball at the free throw line, 15-footer. Looked like it was partially blocked from behind, out of bounds. It stays with the Mustangs. With 2:21 to go in the game, to throw it in, it's going to be Wes Anderson. Anderson to Baker in the corner, back out to Kimball, left corner Anderson. He'll take the 3. It's around and no good. And we got a whistle and a foul. And it looks like Tommy Irvin commits the foul. 8th team foul. Well, let's see if they give it to Irvin.
No, they gave it to Bledsoe on Fort Morgan. Looks like they're going to get him for over the back or a push. I thought he had position, but...
Well, yep, you're right. I'm sorry about that. You're right. That foul is against Bledsoe. That's his second, so Irvin is the one going to the line. 1-on-1 situation, and that free throw is in. That's the 8th team foul against the Mustangs. Second free throw upcoming with 2:16 to go in the game, and Windsor, which defeated Fort Morgan by 39 points in Windsor 3 weeks ago, is now up by 38. Second free throw is in for Tommy Irvin. 78-40. 2:14 to go. Lopez into the front court on the outside right to Bledsoe, guarded by Irving. Spinning on the outside right, stripped from behind, but Kimball has it at the top for Baker. Baker into the lane, bounce pass to Lopez. His jump pass is poked away and intercepted. The Mustangs have turned it over 25 times, and all the way is Dylan Oxner. He banks and scores. Oxner now has 12 points in the game. 80-40. Nash on the outside right, 1:40 to go. To Baker. Baker on the high left. He'll take a 3, and that's short. And the ball is tipped into the hands of Adam Ross. Ross for Windsor. Bounce pass is poked away by Kimball, who saves it in beautifully to Baker. Long pass, those intercepted by Ross. Ross the other way. Jump pass is poked away, and it's taken away by Baker. Over to Anderson. That one's poked from behind, out of bounds. Mustangs retain possession. And now all we have going on, quite frankly, Braden, is called street ball.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no discipline out there whatsoever. These teams are just throwing the ball all over the place.
Yeah, no discipline. And I don't think there was anybody who had solid possession of that basketball in the last 35 seconds of the game. It was either on the floor, out of bounds, or rolling.
You're right about that. Lopez, Swedzig, right corner 3. No good. Rebound to Swedzig in the lane. Hooks with the left hand. That's no good. Swedzig again, and had that shot blocked out of there. And it's taken away by Bledsoe. 16-footer. Good. for Nash Bledsoe. The Mustangs persevered nicely, and it paid off. 80-42. 54 seconds to go. Here's Hammond against Wedzig into the front court, left of the lane, all the way, scoops it up off the side of the backboard. Rebound to Eric Kemble. Long pass to Zwedzig. Zwedzig all the way, stripped out of bounds by Ross. Zwedzig thought he was fouled. Mustangs will retain possession. Zwedzig to throw it in. Windsor doesn't give up even when they've got a huge lead. Zwedzig to lob it in. It's going to be retrieved in the backcourt by Leo Lopez. No violation. Lopez across the timeline, dribbles to his left, spinning at the top of the three-point circle. On the high right to Zwedzig. He'll pull up, three-pointer in the air. Good for Tony Zwedzig. He's in double figures with 11. 80-45. Long baseball pass at alley-oop underneath, and the shot is up and in on the reverse layup by Adam Ross. That was handy with the left hand, pun intended. 82-45. 16 seconds to go on the outside left. Zwedzig. Bounce pass left corner for Bledsoe. Down to 10 seconds. Cross court down low for Kemble. He banks and scores. Eric Kemble.
Beautiful pass from Bledsoe to Kemble. There was no space there.
And the game will end as Garrett Hammond dribbles out the clock. Final score tonight, Windsor 82, Fort Morgan 47. How about a 2-minute break on B106 and B106.com. John Beltran, Braden Snyder back at Fort Morgan High School. Welcome to the Mustang Post-Game Show, as the Mustang Post-Game Show is brought to you by High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Final score once again tonight in the second game. Windsor wins 82-47. Visiting Wizards at 26 points from Aaron Schmidt. They had 4 players in double figures. 14 from Alex Baldwin. Dylan Oxter with 12. 10 points for Dalton Walker. Next up in the scoring column was Tommy Irvin off the bench with 5, along with Adam Ross, who had the same number. 4 points for Mitch Spikestra and Drew Martin, and 2 points for Tyson Murphy. The Mustangs tonight had 2 players in double figures. TJ Schneider with 12 points. Tony Zwedzig with 11. They had 6 points apiece from Nick Garver and Eric Kemble. 5 points from Aaron Anderson and 2 points apiece from Aaron Mendez, Nash Bledsoe, and Nevin McConnell. Turnover situation, the Mustangs committed 26. Windsor with 12 at the free throw line. Windsor was 16 out of 20, 80%. Mustangs were 12 out of 16, 75%. And the rebounding situation went over to Windsor. They out-rebounded Fort Morgan 32-26, as the Wizards had 7 rebounds, a team high from Mitch Spikestra, and Fort Morgan had a team high 5 rebounds from TJ Schneider, had a few other players with 4 rebounds. Windsor, with a victory tonight, improves to 10-2 in Tri-Valley Conference play, 15-5 overall. Fort Morgan falls to 4-7 in league play and 5-15 on the season. Braden will be here tomorrow night watching both Fort Morgan Northridge games. We'll get updates of those games during regional wrestling coverage tomorrow on 1010, as well as 94.5 The Ranch and KSIR.com. Outstanding job by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condas. For Braden Snyder, I'm John Beltran. The final scores again tonight. The Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs fall to the Windsor Wizards 54-26, and the Fort Morgan boys lose to Windsor at Fort Morgan High School 82-47. Right here on B106 and B106.com.